All right. Maybe you're back, or maybe this is the first video you've watched. I don't know. And it's not like you can tell me, because so it doesn't matter. All right, this is the Unit 2B test review. I am on the, I don't even know, what, 4th page? Something like that. At least I know it's 13 through 16. So whatever page that is, I know I should put page numbers on these, but I have not. Maybe next time, but I'm not going to make the video again if I do, so oh well. All right, let's do 13. So 13, the graph of a function is shown. Sweet, I like pictures. Pictures are easy. And what is the y-intercept? Well, the y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. It gives me 2 points on here, right? I don't know if those are even right or not, but I know this is y and this is x. And so the only thing I care about is where it crosses the y-axis, which is right here. And I do have a point. That point is 0, 1. And my goodness, that was an easy question. So as long as you know y-intercept means y-axis, that's an easy question to get right. And you can move on to the next one. 14. Find the value of x for, oh man, quit getting blurry on me here. And that didn't help. What in the world? Okay, well I guess we're going to have like 20/40 vision for a minute. So find the value of x for 2x over 5 minus 10 is greater than or equal to negative 70. So this is simply just solving for x, right? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is, before I can do anything with that, well actually, you know what? I have a fraction. I have one fraction. It's over 5. So I can just do everything times 5, right? So 5 times that, 5 times that, 5 times that. That'll help. Sure thing. So let's do that. So 5, okay, if I multiply a whole number in a fraction, you multiply the top, divide the bottom. 5 times 2 is 10, divided by 5 is 2. So I have 2x. Whoa, that's a light 2. Okay. 2x. Oh, look at, now we got 20/20 vision again. Sweet. So 2x, okay. 5 times negative 10 is negative 50. That did not change. And 5 times negative 70 is negative, was that 350? Oh, geez. Okay, cool. Now, if I want x, I just got to move my number to the other side and divide by 2. Well, that just seems too easy at this point, right? So that goes away. Bring down, bring down. So I have 2x is greater than or equal to negative 350 plus 50 is negative 300. And from there, I just divide, right? That's, wow. I like this question. So x, I did not divide by negative, so I leave the sign stays the same. Negative 300 divided by 2 is negative 150. That is my answer. That was so easy. I like those. Let's do a whole another test on that, right? If only. Okay, 15. Given g of x equals 9 times 1 minus x, find g of negative 5. Well, I always say if it's in parentheses, it's x, right? Which means I'm going to replace this x with that number and just solve. So I'm going to have 9 times 1 minus. Now, this is where a lot of people mess up. So if you're watching this video and you're watching this question, good for you. You'll get the little insider secrets, right? Notice, if I am replacing just x with this whole number right here, that means that I don't change anything outside of x. I don't change anything before or after x. So that negative is not part of x, right? I am changing x only. So if this x is negative 5, that means this x now becomes negative 5. I have seen way too many people say, oh, that's negative 5 and that's already negative x, so I'm just going to put 5 and be done with it. You cannot do that. Please don't do that. Okay? This negative is not part of x, so that negative stays. This negative is part of 5, so all of that gets put into x. That's why I always use parentheses. Okay, so if you have a calculator, you can type just that right there, just like it looks, and you get the answer. Or if you don't have a calculator, we can do it by hand. So negative times a negative makes a positive. 5 plus 1 we know is 6. 9 times 6 you should know is 54. Sweet. Look at that. Now, but just you got to be careful. If you ever have a negative x and you replace x with a negative number, you should have two negatives. Neither of them go away. You can't do that. If they go away, that means you have changed the number, or in this case, you might have changed the problem, and you will get a very wrong answer. That is not the right one. That's why it's wrong. So don't do that. All right, 16, last one on this page. The graph of the linear function h is shown. So again, I like pictures. What is the 0 of h? Okay, there's that word again, 0. 0 just means x-intercept. I'm not going to write it out this time. So x-intercept. Well, if we know this axis is y and this axis is x, I want to know where it crosses that axis, the x, right? X-intercept is right here. That point is 2, 0. So my answer is 2, 0. Now I know they give you this point and this point, it just throws you off. That is called extra info that nobody cares about. It's on there to distract you. Don't let it distract you. Okay, the STAR test does that all the time. So I want the 0, which is x-intercept. So I just look on the x-axis and boom, there's my answer. I don't care about all the other stuff. If need be, just cross it out. Scratch through it, whatever you got to do. All right, but that is the end of this page, so that is the end of my video for now.